Greetings, people of intellect. This is my book review of The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. And this has been one of the most mind-shifting books that I've encountered thus far because it captures the concept of saving in a very practical and achievable way. I've encountered other concepts of saving. For example, if you don't drink that cup of Starbucks every day, you get to save $4, $5, $7, and that compounds to grow to be, X amount over 10 years. And then I was like, wait a second, I don't drink Starbucks. How does it like? And in this book, it just cuts through all that. It cuts through. It doesn't matter what you buy, what you do, or even if you're like you can't figure out where you can cut any of your expenses. It cuts through all that and it says save at least 10%. That's 10 cents for every dollar you earn, regardless of how much you make, what you do, or how you spend it, whether you go to Starbucks or not, or whatnot. Save 10% of all your earnings, and do not touch that. And that concept, it makes such a universal appeal to across the board, and I like that just for its simplicity. Not to mention, I love the way that it was articulated in the dialect that it was. This book was written in like the 1920s, and the way that they talk, the characters talk in the book, it's so. I found it just very entertaining, very entertaining. I love the way they talk about collecting gold and jingling coins in their purses, which I guess are known as wallets back then. And I love how they talk about camel trading and all that other stuff. It just sounds like an adventurous time and a very, very lively place in Babylon. The second concept that I took away is, well, after you have accumulated this 10% over time, see it as a vacant house and rent that out. Find ways to grow that savings in a way that does not jeopardize or threaten the security of your principal. One concept that I liked, they talked about a king was building some sort of wall, and there was going to be a gate, and so these wise investors figured that there's not much steel or whatever metal material needed for building of this gate. Why not we pool our money together and send caravans to the distant lands, to the mining places to bring back these metals, and when the king requires metals, we will have them and he'll pay a handsome price. Or if he does not choose to buy from us, we can still sell them at a reasonable price, thus recouping our principal. So in that way, there's a chance for you to make a great amount of money, but there's security for your principal, and that I find is a great marriage between trying to grow your money and risk management. The third concept, which is also very revolutionary to me, is the concept of being highly judicious in lending out money, and also being highly judicious in borrowing money. I remember Benjamin Franklin talking about it is better to go to bed hungry than to go to bed in debt. And in this book, it takes the concept of a lender, how a lender can ask the right questions to see if that person is a good candidate for a loan, and in that way you don't create any antipathy or loss of good connections over money and stuff like that. And overall, this is just a book of wisdom that has surpassed the test of time, and definitely amongst one of the books that will forever change the way that I look at money, the way that I spend money, the way that I accumulate and grow money. And I am so thankful that I've encountered this book.